Hey guys, this is Sirax Gaming and welcome back to another episode of the Kombat Kodex, the series where I break down the top 10 behind the scenes and lore facts about characters in Mortal Kombat 1. Today's video is a special one to celebrate the release of Quan Chi, who came out yesterday, so it's only right that this week's video be focused on the Necromancer himself, Quan Chi. Without any further ado, let's break down these top 10 behind the scenes and lore facts about Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 1. Let's kick it off with fact number 1. From the Netherrealm, and not only a recurring villain in the series, but a major antagonist along the lines of Shang Tsung. Quan Chi has had a handful of different backstories throughout the series. Originally, Quan Chi was a demon from the Netherrealm, who obtained his dark powers from his master, Shinnok, the fallen Elder God, who empowered Quan Chi to become the devious necromancer we all know and I guess a handful of us love? In the new timeline, Quan Chi was never a demon to begin with, nor did he ever serve Shinnok, but he was a slave in the Outworld Mines, where he was approached by an otherworldly titan who bestowed him with the magics and power harnessed from the Netherrealm that restored Quan Chi to the, again, lovable necromancer for some of us, but devious, psychotic villain for the rest of us. Moving on to fact number 2. Quan Chi's first appearance was actually in the animated show Defenders of the Realm, playing an episode villain. Quan Chi would soon return in Mortal Kombat Mythology's Sub-Zero, once again playing the villain, this time introducing Shinnok alongside him and expanding on the Netherrealm's lore. Quan Chi wouldn't make his first playable appearance in a mainline Mortal Kombat game until MK4 in 1997, playing the secondary antagonist once more, and going forth Quan Chi would make a very consistent threat, returning in most of the mainline games throughout the series. Moving on to fact number 3. Quan Chi has left a pretty large mark on the series, being a very key character in the overall plot, as well as many of the characters' backstories. Most notably, Quan Chi is responsible for the planning and execution of Scorpion's family and clan, framing Sub-Zero with the assistance of the Lin Kuei. Quan Chi would resurrect Scorpion and manipulate him into hating Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei, leading to the death of Bi-Han, which would then also lead to Quan Chi creating the Wraith, Noob Saibot, a resurrected Bi-Han to serve him alongside Scorpion, as well as all the Revenants in Mortal Kombat X. Moving on to fact number 4. Quan Chi is very dubious and untrustworthy, frequently shifting his allegiances where he deems fit. During the events of the last 2 Mortal Kombat tournaments between Outworld and Earthrealm, Quan Chi is in the service of Shao Kahn under Shinnok's orders, and assists in the invasion of Earthrealm, even summoning a Soul Nado that is stopped by Nightwolf. Quan Chi would then return to Shinnok, where he led the invasion into Earthrealm, being defeated by Raiden's forces. Quan Chi would then assist in Shinnok's second invasion of Earthrealm, but this time he would be killed by Scorpion, as vengeance for his role in the Shirai Ryu's downfall. Moving on to fact number 5. Quan Chi was equally shifty in the old timeline. Whilst he was mostly uninvolved with the struggle against Outworld, Quan Chi was pivotal in setting up Shinnok's invasion once more. After Shinnok's defeat, Quan Chi would be chased out of the Netherrealm by a furious Scorpion, and forced to join forces with Shang Tsung to form the First Deadly Alliance, killing Liu Kang, a Shao Kahn decoy, and resurrecting the Dragon King Onaga. This Quan Chi would be unsuccessful in his rise to power, dying alongside everyone else during Armageddon. Moving on to fact number 6. Quan Chi practices several different kinds of dark magics and necromancy. Quan Chi's abilities include, but are not limited to, resurrection in the twisted forms of specters, wraiths, and revenants like Scorpion, Noob Saibot, and Liu Kang. Quan Chi is also able to summon demons in Mortal Kombat X, skeletons in numerous games, and he has a mastery over interdimensional portals and is proficient in runic magic and curses, most of which play into his moveset in Mortal Kombat X. MK1 also revealed that Quan Chi is now able to summon eldritch demons to assist him in battle, as seen in his trailer and in his gameplay that you are watching on this screen. Moving on to fact number 7. Quan Chi is also noticeable for some really sick fatalities. Quan Chi in the past has been able to rip people apart in so many nasty ways, One of Ed Boon's favourite fatalities belongs to Quan Chi, and that is his leg rip fatality from MK4, and there's also an updated MK9 version where Quan Chi rips your leg off and beats you absolutely senseless with it. I believe in the MK4 version he just beats you a couple times and then just gets stuck in a loop and repeatedly hits you until the screen loads, or maybe he stops. I can't remember the MK4 one. I've never played MK4 aside from maybe once like 5 years ago. And then in the MK9 version, he does the same thing, but your head explodes, and then he will just keep hitting you with the leg until the screen loads. Quan Chi also has one of Boon's least favourite fatalities in the series, the neck stretch from Deadly Alliance, which is pretty terrible and sucks because there's no gore, it's an MK vs DC fatality, and what the hell is happening? He stretches their neck. Yeah, it was a decision that they made that didn't really help Quan Chi's popularity. Quan Chi has also in the past forced his opponent to eat his sword, using his magic to entrance them, swallow his sword, and then cut themselves in half. Oh well, Quan Chi does most of the cutting in half, they just eat the sword for him, which is, yeah, it was one of the MKX fatalities that really made you stop and appreciate what's good in life. Moving on to fact number 8. Quan Chi does make an appearance during the Merge Crisis in Mortal Kombat vs DC, however he is not a playable character. Quan Chi is forced to align himself with Raiden and the other Mortal Kombat champions, revealing whatever details about the Rage and Dark Khan that he knew. Quan Chi was intended to be added into the game as a DLC character after the game's launch, however due to the bankruptcy of Midway, these plans were all abandoned, alongside a couple other DLC characters like Johnny Cage and I think Melina was planned, but don't quote me on the Melina one, just quote me on the Quan Chi and the Johnny Cage one. Moving on to fact number 9. Aside from his pale white skin, one of the most iconic things about Quan Chi are his blood red tattoos across his arms and his bald head. These tattoos were not present during Quan Chi's first few appearances, only being added during the Deadly Alliance as the inscriptions necessary to resurrect the Dragon King Onaga. These inscriptions would stay on Quan Chi's body when the timeline reset in MK9. However, this is just likely for aesthetic reasons because, you know, these red tattoos are iconically tied to the character now. He's no longer involved with the Onaga plot point, so they're just Quan Chi's sick rune tattoos now. And for our final fact of the day, fact number 10, Quan Chi has made a very small couple of multimedia appearances, not nearly as many as some of the other characters. Quan Chi originally appeared in Defenders of the Realm, as mentioned above, before later making his live-action debut in the TV series Mortal Kombat Conquest, played by Adoni Meropis. Quan Chi would also appear in the Mortal Kombat X comics and the animated movie Scorpion's Revenge, all utilizing his awesome MKX incarnation, voiced by Darren DePaul. Finally, Quan Chi returns to live action in the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2, currently filming, where he will be played by Damon Herriman. However, we don't have any more details about Quan Chi's role other than that. But that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you're excited to have Quan Chi back, and let me know some stuff about Quan Chi that I haven't mentioned. But yeah, if you like this video, like, if you haven't already, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified every week when a Kombat Codex releases. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.